And welcome. It's me, Nikki, bringing you a tips and tricks video of the Voyages of Nera. You guys know I have been completely into this game for quite a little bit of a while. It's just watching the journey and a great group of devs getting together and making this fabulous game has really been a highlight of interest for myself and just for the love of the game as well. So I figured I'd make some tips and tricks video since I've been watching other streamers play it and watching videos and just seeing like some of the struggles that other creators have been having with the game that don't know what us who have been following the game and been able to participate in playtests have been able to do and what we know. So I'm just kind of like spreading some of the information and some tips and tricks to help make it a little bit easier for them to explore the island and all that everything that can entail in getting out into the water and exploring the whole map without too much frustration until like the devs get it all worked out. So without further ado, when you log in and you first get into your character, you are going to be here. You're not going to have any weapons or anything. Don't mind me. I just kind of like put myself here. You're going to read the lore stone, but you're not going to look like me. You're going to look like a half naked, almost semi-naked man dude. And if that's who you like to be and what you want your character to look like, by all means go for that. But you can hit tab or I, either or, and it brings you to your inventory. You'll see here your map, your inventory, your knowledge tree, all the level ups and stuff like that, and then your character appearance. You can go in, change your character look and your clothing look, face, skin tone, facial hair, accessories not quite yet, tattoos, hats, clothing, backpack. Not some items have secondary and tertiary options for the colors, for the coloring. So that's tip 1. And we go jumping. Tip 2. Food, especially early game, it can be rough. It can be rough. I've watched a lot of streamers literally be very broken. This is kind of like a little bit of a tutorial thing, but I could come back in here because you can come back in here quite often. So I usually come back. I will come back in here early game because I can get the mushrooms. So caves typically have the mushrooms hiding. Sometimes they'll have crabs hiding. So you see berries, you see mushrooms. They will they do respawn quite frequently, so make sure you come back and check it out. There's also under trees, you can also find coconuts, whether they be big coconuts or little coconuts, you can find them. So this is the type of game where if you're a little loot goblin, you're gonna do just fine. Remember, also, if it has a plus sign, you could have extra like other ones that could make out of the same thing. So you can then craft. So if there's more than one. So vegetable skewer, see, I just have the mushrooms, so I'll make my vegetable skewers. There are also clams that you can dive under the water and grab for food, for common shellfish. That's tip 2, is the quicker you can get cooking your food, the better. That's the death marker. It will have all your stuff in there. If you unstuck you get stuck or anything like that. See, that's the next tip. So if you get stuck anywhere, there are little devs are working hard in patching up the little holes and stuff like that. If you get stuck or in between rocks, hit unstuck, it'll get you back to your spawn point if you have a bedroll out. If not, you're going to go back to the very beginning. Anything in your item inventory that is not in your hotbar, so like all this will be out. If it's in your hotbar, you keep that. And then you can just go back to where your item is and retrieve your stuff, and then that will disappear. Another lovely tip when it comes to solo play. This is only in regards to solo play. If you want to take your boat out, you would need to start it by moving it forward, pressing W, bring the sail down, and then you press S to bring the sail up, or to bring it, make yourself go backwards. Then you would hop off and go to the back and turn, and you would use A and D to steer right and left. Do it slowly, like one click at a time. It does move it quite a bit. It's a little bit interesting to get used to at first, but you can do it. Don't go too fast. Make sure you're always looking ahead so you know where you're coming up. So if you have to jump off and try and get yourself to stop, slow down and stop, you can get back into, get back to the sail and deal with that. So it's not too bad going back and forth. It's a pretty close between the two. So there's that. There's also storage. So you'll be able to collect all your wares. Another tip, we have in storage to move items quickly in from storage to inventory or inventory to storage. Hit the shift key and left click your mouse button and you will grab it all. You do not need to click and drag. Very easy, just a shift and click, left click. Another wonderful thing about this game is its building. You will find there's going to be dormant spirits or mana shards in places that you quite can't get to. We can build and not have to worry about too much about foundational supports, unlike other survival crafting games at this moment. So having some building materials around on you when you're out exploring might be beneficial, so you can get up into those areas where you just cannot climb up, and then that way you are able to get to where you need to go. And hopefully don't die when you're going up, because sometimes it's pretty high. Another good tip is your torch. If you're holding a one-handed item like the sword, you can use a torch. Make sure you highlight over the torch on your hotbar. Right click on your mouse, it will pop up. Another great tip is to make sure you explore every nook and cranny. They put dormant spirits, they'll put chests, they'll put mana shards, they'll put all the things that you need in the most peculiar and small little places. So make sure you explore everywhere, whether it be on land or in water. Take a look and just enjoy the exploration of Voyagers of Nera. So I think that's about it for now. I don't want to give too many tips that will spoil anything for anybody. So I do hope that you appreciate, if you come across this video, I do appreciate, I hope you appreciate me highlighting some of these tips and tricks to help you make it a little bit easier to transition coming into Voyagers of Nera that some of us have had the pleasure of already learning. If you like what you see, make sure you put a thumbs up, subscribe, put in some comment of anything you want to see or if any questions you have. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to get it out there. And I do hope everybody has a wonderful day. So until next time, bye.